Diana DeGette, she's a Democrat from Colorado. John Ralston of the Las Vegas Sun, the columnist and the host of Face to Face with John Ralston, a great political program here in the state, and the Nevada Republican Party chairwoman, Amy Tarkanian. Welcome. Thanks for the nice weather, Madam Chairwoman. Appreciate it. Well, let's talk Democrats first. This is a big swing state. The president carried it. We'll see what happens in 2012. But the president's out on the road today. He's on the other end of the country. He's in North Carolina. I want you to listen to this. This is official travel now. This is being paid for by the taxpayers. But there's no question the president is testing some themes. And he's speaking today in North Carolina. He's trying to get your Republican House to listen to him. I know you're a Democrat. But he's trying to get the Republican House to listen to him on jobs. Somebody in the crowd chants 4 more years. And the president says this.
I appreciate the 4 more years, but right now I'm thinking about the next 13 months. Because, yes, we've got an election coming up, but that election's a long ways away, and a lot of folks can't wait. A lot of folks are living paycheck to paycheck. A lot of folks are living week to week.
He's in North Carolina and Virginia, but if the president were out here in the West, I think he'd be looking at the same kind of challenge, that states that were very friendly to him last time are much more difficult this time. How's he going to fix this?
Well, he was just in my district a couple weeks ago. He said almost the exact same thing. What we need to do is have cooperation in Congress about passing a jobs bill. And we're frustrated because everybody wants to talk about the elections, which are a long ways away.
But is it just the economic numbers, Congresswoman, or is he somehow failing to break through? We have a new poll out tonight. Will the president's policies fail? Tough question to ask, but when you're in a slump like this, you ask this question. 59% of Americans now think they will fail. 2010, 47%. Back in 2009, only 1 in 3 Americans thought that. Why do people look at the president and they're in a funk?
Well, I think the reason people think the president's policies are going to fail is they realize that the Tea Party has taken over the U.S. House of Representatives. They won't work with us to try to pass a jobs plan. They won't work with us to try to pass policies. They're spending all of their time trying to gut environmental laws. Last week we had another vote on abortion. So they're distracted. They're not talking about jobs. And I think the American public, as this fall goes on, they're going to realize the president's trying to do something to create jobs, but you need 2 to tango. You need the Republicans to work.
Madam Chairwoman, you're the Republican chair here. This state has the highest unemployment in the country. It has a devastating, horrible housing crisis. Would you tell John Boehner, figure something out with the president in the short term, or do you prefer that this just spill over into the next election?
Well, you know, I have to sit in the room and actually hear what he would have to say before I would say that. It would be nice to come up with some type of compromise. Like you said, we are one of the highest here in the nation. We also have the highest foreclosure rate in the nation. We're hurting, and we do need results. We don't need rhetoric.
In the sense of the economic argument here, John, in this state now, why has the president, let me ask just a question, has the president lost leverage with those who supported him?
Well, I think that those poll numbers that you just read, John, they're illustrative of what's going on. I think too many people who supported him aren't listening anymore. They've given up. Here in this state, we've got up close to 15% unemployment. It's ticked down just a couple points now. As Chairwoman Tarkanian said, 60% of the people here are underwater on their homes. They're looking for answers. I don't even think it's that partisan anymore, but they're so angry. And you know, the president, as you mentioned, won here by 12 points. It was stunning in 2008. His numbers are now upside down. The Democrats here dragged Harry Reid to victory in 2010. The question is, can they do the same thing here in 2012?
And everything is political now. The president is out today, and again, he says this is official travel. He's in Virginia and North Carolina. These are states he's targeting, but that's the way it goes. Every president does this. You go to places like this. But John McCain, his opponent in 2008, sees the president on the road, says the taxpayers are paying for this, and John McCain says maybe they shouldn't. Let's listen. Hold on one second.
The president made these remarks on a taxpayer paid for riding in a Canadian bus visit for the next 3 days.
The president is a Democrat, and he made all these promises, unfortunately for him, after he got elected. The stimulus was going to do this, bring unemployment under a certain rate, and it hasn't done that. Now, there may be other reasons for that, and the Republicans certainly have tried to thwart him, but they're angry, and his numbers are showing that.
His numbers are showing that, which is the reason the stakes are so important for our big Republican presidential debate here in Las Vegas tomorrow night. When we come back, we'll talk about the stakes for the Republican candidates, and you'll hear Herman Cain singing his heart out about pizza.
I couldn't if I tried.